Joe Biden has been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
What? All right, well, the person you just heard from is the former aide for Kamala Harris. His name is Jamal Simmons, and he is suggesting that we make an online meme real and essentially pressure President Joe Biden to step down and make history by allowing his vice president, Kamala Harris, to be the first female president of the United States for the remainder of the term. Here's some context. So this was during Sunday's State of the Union. The panel consisted of Scott Jennings, Ashley Allison, Brad Todd, and Jamal Simmons. That's the former advisor or aide, I should say, to Kamala Harris, and Dana Bash. They were supposed to be discussing what would be the most important thing to watch for until Inauguration Day. And interestingly enough, Jennings, Allison, and Todd pointed to the release of Israeli hostages and setting up the Trump administration. But of course, Simmons took it in a completely different direction. Let's hear more.
He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
It would absolve her from being able to from having to oversee the January 6th transition, right, of her own defeat. And it would make sure that it would dominate the news at a point where Democrats have to learn drama and transparency and doing things that the public want to see is the time. This is the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats operate.
This has now jumped from an internet meme to a Sunday morning show.
Jamal's out here right now. It's a season of House of Cards.
All right, look, I can't think of anything more patronizing than having the first female president of the United States just be anointed as such by, the president stepping down, and especially after the vice president just lost to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's just, don't patronize us, please.
It's both horribly patronizing and undemocratic at the same time.
Yes.
America just told you, sorry, but no. You don't get to then say, oh yeah, we want to do it anyway. It looks terrible. I mean, imagine if they did that. Imagine like it was somebody else, Bush or whoever that was in office, and Trump lost. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make Trump the president just to rub it in, right? What are you doing? That's so stupid. I mean, we just asked the American people what they wanted. They just told us. This is deeply insulting to everyone involved. And so why are they doing it? This is the new Kamala Harris ego protection industrial complex. So all over TV this weekend, I'm watching, and everybody's getting blamed. White women, Latino men.
The voters.
The Christians, voters, the woke left, just everyone's, Joe Biden a little bit. Okay, so we finally started to criticize Joe Biden a little bit. The one person that I almost never saw blamed was Kamala Harris. She was the candidate.
But Cenk, I think you're being unfair because she ran a flawless campaign, so flawless that Queen Latifah endorsed her.
Wow.
She never endorses.
Wow, that's what Joy Reid said. I've now talked to several people. Everybody knows that now.
I mean, because it was such a crazy thing to say. Oh my God.
It's so dumb. Anyway, so look, guys, why do they do that? Because in Washington, offending the feelings of the powerful is the biggest crime there is. If anyone goes on TV and talks dirt about Kamala Harris this close to her loss, where her feelings are still pretty raw, and same with not just her, her whole team. Their feelings are very, very touchy right now. And so if you're honest and you say they're the ones who lost the election, how is that complicated? They're like, oh, you might not be invited back on TV. I mean, that's such an egregious violation of etiquette and protocol.
But this is yet another example, guys, of the real problem with the Democratic Party. And I've felt it over the last several election cycles, and it just keeps getting worse. It's this idea that the Democratic Party doesn't need to work for you, that they're not really tasked with representing the best interests of their base or working class voters. That this is all like pageantry, and it's all about this power struggle to get certain people to higher positions of power. Like it feels like that's their only objective. So look, some people are gonna get offended by this, but I don't care. Who cares if she would be the first, she'd make history as the first female president. It would make history if she would actually be a president who represents the people and actually pushes for fundamental changes to improve the lives of American citizens. But it's not about that. It's all about seeing certain faces in higher positions. For what and to what end?
Yeah, well, so this is actually a perfect symbol, guys, because she would be saying, well, she'd be the first woman president. But wait, she didn't win it.
Exactly.
So the reason why we celebrate, one of the reasons that we celebrate the first woman president is because she earned it. And we're proud of her, right? And the country decided to go with a female president. We're proud of the country. That's a thing you celebrate. But when you lose and you go, no, it's okay, we're just gonna check off the box. We needed to have the affirmative action box or whatever. And the Democrats, I mean, we couldn't really get you a first female African-American president because we're too busy pleasuring the donors. But it's okay, we checked off the box. The quota's good now. You missed the whole point, you missed the whole point. The point is winning and having that pride. And then as Anna said, most importantly, delivering. You gotta deliver. Just having someone check off a box is so Democratic politics and what no one wants. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.